fellow students, I welcome you all to today's session. I hope all of you are doing perfect at your places. Today's topic is education under the British rule, and in this chapter you will learn about education in India before the British, the modern system of education, national education, and then a case study about establishment of universities. Now, mind opener, unscramble the following words, and this question you have to do on your own. Now let's begin with the chapter. The British rule not only affected the political landscape of the country but also impacted other parts of society. The British believed that they had a mission to civilize the natives and their customs and values for the better. They took it upon themselves to use education as a tool to introduce modern ideas and attempted to turn Indians into civilized and good subjects. तो बहुत सारी changes British Empire या British rule के टाइम पे तो आई थी, but एक positive impact ये भी रहा कि वो चाहते थे कि जितने भी Indians हैं वो civilized और good human beings may convert हो जाएं. Now let's see the education in India before the British. Before the coming of the British in India, there were pathshalas and maktabas for elementary education and tolls and madrasas for higher education. The elementary schools made students just literate enough to maintain accounts, and only a handful of Indians pursued higher education. They were taught Sanskrit, Arabic and Persian, law, religion, literature, logic, medicine and astronomy. Learning was based on old texts. Scientific research and critical thinking were almost dead, and in such an atmosphere, superstition and backward social customs thrived. Education was neither organized nor provided by the state. तो ब्रिटिशर्स के आने से पहले पाठशालास, मद्रासास ये सब हुआ करते थे. बहुत ही कम लोग थे जो हायर एजुकेशन के लिए जाया करते थे, एंड इन सब के बावजूद भी एस्पेक्ट्स या डोमेन्स तो बहुत सारे थे पढ़ाई करने के, लेकिन ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में ये नहीं था. और जहाँ पे आपका साइंटिफिक टेम्परामेंट नहीं होता है वहाँ पे बहुत सारे सुपरस्टिशंस, अंधविश्वास पैदा हो जाते हैं. Then came the modern system of education. When the British started ruling India, they were primarily traders and were not initially concerned about the education of Indians. Slowly they realized that they needed educated Indians at some levels to help them run the country. The Calcutta Madrasa was established in 1781 by Warren Hastings and Banaras Sanskrit College in 1791 by Jonathan Duncan. Christian missionaries also started opening English medium schools. The British government wanted the education system to serve the needs of the colonial empire. However, the British were undecided on whether to continue the existing system of education or introduce the English system. Lord Macaulay was appointed to look into the matter. Macaulay strongly believed that Oriental learning was completely inferior to European learning, and he recommended the Western system as it encouraged rational thinking and scientific research. Besides, the British felt a strong need for Indians who could be employed as clerks to help them in dealing with the locals. तो बहुत सारे आपका इसके बाद आ गया था ब्रिटिशर्स के बाद मॉडर्न सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन, जो आपके मद्रासास थे, कैलकटा मद्रासा, देन क्रिश्चियन मिशनरीज, ये सब स्टैब्लिश होने लग गए. एंड देन लॉर्ड मैकेले वाज अपॉइंटेड टू लुक इनटू द मैटर ऑफ एजुकेशन सिस्टम इन इंडिया एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम. एंड उसके बाद उन्होंने ये डिसाइड करा कि यूरोपियन सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन जो है, इट इज़ फार 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 बेटर, एंड दैट इज़ हाउ द वेस्टर्न सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन विच इंक्लूडेड द साइंटिफिक रिसर्च ऑल्सो came into existence. Now, a fact zone, there was no fixed educational program, and the instructor encouraged whatever he esteemed best for his students. Students lived away from their parents. अब इस टाइम पे क्या होता था, जितने टाइम के लिए बच्चे पढ़ा करते थे अपने पेरेंट्स से दूर रहते थे. Now, the promotion of education. A humble beginning in the field of education was made with the Charter Act of 1833. It provided a sum of rupees 1 lakh to be spent annually on spreading education, but issues such as the nature of education, modern Western education or traditional Indian education, and the medium of instruction, English or vernacular, remained unresolved. These issues were resolved with the English Education Act was passed in the year 1835. It was decided that the money provided for education would be spent on promoting Western education through the medium of English. तो यहीं से आपका modern ways of teaching start हो गया था. 1 लाख रुपए annually spend भी किया जाता था education system पे. And the Western education always promoted the English medium for teaching students. Then came the Wood's Dispatch of 1854. In 1854, an official report called Wood's Dispatch, after its author Charles Wood, recommended the establishment of a graded system of English medium schools, colleges and universities in India. This document was the first comprehensive plan for the spread of education in India and is considered the Magna Carta of English education in India. The main recommendations of the dispatch were: Graded schools were to be established in a hierarchy as university, college, high school, middle school and primary school. The government of India was asked to assume responsibility for education of the masses, thus repudiating the downward filtration theory, at least on paper. अब आया Wood's Dispatch of 1854. It is also considered as the Magna Carta of the English system of teaching in India, and it had certain points जैसे grade system वाला school ज़्यादा promote होना चाहिए, and the government also asked to assume responsibility of education to teach its citizens. Then English was recommended as the medium of instruction for higher studies, while Indian languages, vernaculars, were to be used at school level. Stress was laid on female education, vocational education and teachers' training. Education imparted in government institutions was to be secular. Both the rich and poor had to pay the same fees. A system of grants and aid was recommended for the institutions that satisfied certain conditions to encourage private enterprises. And in 1857, universities were established at Calcutta, Bombay and Madras. तो English को ही ज़्यादा promote किया जाता था फॉर हायर स्टडीज़. जो आपके बेसिक स्कूल्स हो गए, स्कूल लेवल पे वर्नाकुलर्स यानी कि इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस का यूज़ किया जा सकता था. गरीब हो चाहे अमीर हो, सेम ही फीस होती थी. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट जितने भी गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस थे वहाँ पर हमेशा सेक्युलर टीचिंग देने का ही आपका इंस्ट्रक्ट किया गया था. Drawbacks of education under the British. There were major drawbacks in educational system under the British. The growth of education was not uniform at all levels. A lot of attention was paid to the expansion of high schools and colleges. The primary schools suffered because of lack of funds. Mass education was largely neglected. The spread of education was limited to the middle and upper middle classes. The promoters of English education wanted to create a class of Indians who were English in their thinking and habits. The education of girls was neglected. By 1921, only 2 out of Indian women were able to read and write. Only 3 medical colleges were set up in Calcutta, Madras and Bombay, and admission was restricted to the Europeans only. So there were some drawbacks of this education system also in India, which were कि बहुत लंबे टाइम के लिए जो आपका mass education था वो neglected था. The only motive of this education system in India by the Britishers was to create the class of Indians, or the group of Indians who thought like English and who behaved like English, यानी कि अपने जैसा ही बनाना चाहते थे. By the end of this 1921, only 2 out of 100 women were able to read and write, and only 3 medical colleges were set up in Calcutta, Madras and Bombay, and that too only Europeans were allowed to take admissions in these colleges. Now facts on: the British established Indian Medical Service IMS as early as 1764 to look after the Europeans in India. The IMS officials headed military and civil hospitals in Bombay and Calcutta and Madras. तो IMS की जो facility थी ये university Britishers ने 1764 में ही establish कर दी थी. And then came the Charles Grant, and it is considered the father of modern education in India because of his efforts that led to the Charter Act of 1830 coming into enforce. So for Charles Grant and he was the reason behind the enforcement of the Charter Act of 1813. Now the national education. 2 leaders who furthered the cause of Indian education were Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore. In November 1904, a conference was held in Bengal to create an education system managed by the Indians. Thus, the National Council of Education was set up soon. Many national schools and colleges were established at primary and secondary levels. In its Calcutta session in 1906, the Indian National Congress encouraged the openings of indigenous educational institutions throughout the country. तो उसके बाद महात्मा गांधी और रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर ने इंडिया में इंडिजिनसली ओपनड और एस्टैब्लिश्ड एजुकेशन सिस्टम को प्रपोज करा, एंड देन दे लेड और दे फर्दर्ड दिस कॉज ऑफ एजुकेशन सिस्टम इन इंडिया. Let's read something about Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was totally against Western education and presented his own ideas about education. The scheme prepared by him is the Vardha scheme of basic education. It is also known as basic education or Nai Talim. And in July 1937, Gandhiji wrote in the Harijan, by education I mean all round drawing out of the best in the child and man, body, mind and spirit. अब महात्मा गांधी बिल्कुल वेस्टर्न एजुकेशन के अगेंस्ट थे क्योंकि ये ब्रिटिशर्स को ही प्रमोशन मिल रहा था इस चीज से. सो ही लेड द फाउंडेशन ऑफ बेसिक एजुकेशन और नई तालीम, और एजुकेशन से उनका मतलब था ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट. Now, according to the Vardha scheme, the medium of instruction was to be the mother tongue. Free and compulsory education was to be given for 8 years from 6 to 14 years. Education was to center around some productive work like spinning, weaving, leather, work, pottery, basket making, etc. Textbooks were to be avoided as far as possible, and cleanliness, health, play and recreation should be given sufficient importance. But still it could not become popular. तो वर्धा सिस्टम में क्या था कि मदर टंग का यूज होना चाहिए, बुक्स से जितना दूर हो सके उतना दूर रहिए, एक्सपीरियंसेस डेली आपकी जो चीज़ें हेल्प कर सकती हैं आपको, फॉर एग्जांपल स्पिनिंग, वीविंग, 8 साल तक आपको कंप्लीट फ्री और कंपलसरी एजुकेशन होनी चाहिए फ्रॉम द एज ऑफ 6 to 14 ईयर्स. बट स्टिल इतना सब कुछ पॉजिटिव होने के बावजूद भी इतना पॉपुलर ये वर्धा सिस्टम नहीं हो पाया. देन रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर. Rabindranath Tagore established the Vishwa Bharati University of Shantiniketan, West Bengal. He wanted to combine the best elements of Western and Indian education systems, and the students of Shantiniketan were taught art, music, dance and courses in science and technology. About Rabindranath Tagore, he was not totally against the British English system, Western system, but he wanted कि दोनों का Indian education system और Western education system के best points combine करके शांति निकेतन में उन्होंने इम्पार्ट करे, जहाँ पे आर्ट, डांस, म्यूजिक, साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी ये सब पढ़ाया जाता था. Now a case study, the establishment of universities. Baroda University. In the princely state of Baroda, New Vadodara, there was great progress in education due to the efforts of Maharaja Saiji Rao Gaikwad III. Saiji Rao introduced free and compulsory primary education in Baroda. He also established several centers for higher learning such as the Baroda College and the Kala Bhavan Technical Institute in the 1880s. To encourage people to read, an individual named M.A. Borden organized a public library system in Baroda. Saiji Rao also planned to establish a university in Baroda for imparting English medium education in arts, science and technology, oriental studies, fine arts and nursing. His dream was fulfilled after his death when the Baroda College was developed into the Maharaja Saiji Rao University of Baroda. तो यहीं पे आपका जो बड़ौदा है, जो प्रेजेंट डेट इज वडोदरा, यहाँ पर ये उस टाइम पे प्रिंसली स्टेट हुआ करता था. डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ टेक्निकल इंस्टीट्यूट जहाँ पे आपके आर्ट, साइंस ये सब चीज़ें पढ़ाई जाती थी. बाय साइजी राव इट वाज आल्सो established. Then came the University of Aligarh. The Aligarh University is a residential academic institution established in 1920. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan, a great reformer of his age, felt that the need of modern education among Muslims and started a school way back in 1875, which later became a college under the name of Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College and ultimately became a university. It imparted education in science, humanities and technical subjects in English. Students from all over the country came to study here, and the institution generated an amazing range of talent. A number of its distinguished former students like Muhammad Ali, Hasrat Mohni, Raja Mahinder Pratap and Rafi Ahmed Kidwai became national leaders. The Aligarh Muslim University played a significant role in educating Muslims and bringing them into the mainstream of national politics. Without that, they could not have played an effective part in the national movement of India. Then came the Aligarh University. It was established by Sir Syed Ahmed Khan back in 1875 for the Muslim learners, and later it got converted into a university. Now a term bag, superstition, a belief that cannot be explained by science, thrive to grow or develop well, repudiate to reject, and indigenous, which is native. Flashback, during the pre-British time, there were pathshalas and madrasas. In 1789, Sir William Jones, along with like-minded people, founded the Asiatic Society of Bengal. The Anglicists felt that Indians should be imparted Western learning. Their views were supported by Lord Macaulay. In 1854, Wood's dispatch emphasized the importance of Western learning. There were major drawbacks in the education system under the British rule. The primary schools suffered because of a lack of funds, and the education of girls suffered. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan and Maharaja Saiji Rao set up many educational institutions in Aligarh and Baroda. So this entire chapter dealt with the education system in India before the Britishers, after the Britishers who arrived, and then Mahatma Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. How did they transform education system in India? That is what we have read in this chapter. Let's move ahead. But before that, there are two more flashbacks, which is Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore helped to spread education to the masses. Gandhiji wanted an education that would make Indians take pride in their past, and Rabindranath Tagore established the Vishwa Bharati University at Shanti Niketan. Now evaluation time, fill in the given OMR sheet to choose the correct option. The Calcutta Madrasa was established by Waring Hastings. Fill in the blanks. In India, there were pathshalas and madrasas for the elementary education. Now write T for true and F for false against the each statement. During pre-British times, there were pathshalas and madrasas. This is absolutely correct. Now match the following Charter Act of 1813, and this was for English as instruction, and this also funded the education in India. Now very short answer type questions. Name 3 subjects that are popular during pre-British times. These were art, music, and also some part of the pathshalas and madrasas also taught science and technology to some extent. Now short answer type questions. How was the education imparted by the traditional Indian education system at elementary and higher levels? So till the elementary levels, the British or the traditional Indian education system, यहाँ पे क्या पढ़ाया जाता था? There was art, there was music, there were different kinds of subjects, there was weaving and all kinds of things which would help the people of that time to earn a living. Now long answer type questions. What were the recommendations of Wood's Dispatch of 1854? Mention any 3 features. 3 फीचर्स क्या क्या थे कि इंग्लिश को प्रमोट किया जाएगा, लॉट ऑफ women will be encouraged to study ताकि वो खुद इंडिपेंडेंट हो सकें. सो दीज वर सम फीचर्स ऑफ द वुड्स डिस्पैच ऑफ 1854. बट इसके कुछ ड्रॉबैक्स भी थे, एंड दोज ड्रॉबैक्स वर कि कुछ आपके 3 मेडिकल कॉलेजेस जो बॉम्बे, मद्रास और कैलकाटा में बने थे, सिर्फ यूरोपियंस को ही यहाँ पर एंट्री थी. दिस वाज समहाउ लिमिटेड टू ओनली द ब्रिटिशर्स. Now skills enhancing corner. Map work on an outline map of India. Mark the places where universities and educational centers were established. अब आप इंडियन मैप निकालिए जहाँ जहाँ पर उस टाइम पे यूनिवर्सिटीज ब्रिटिशर्स के टाइम पे और प्री ब्रिटिश टाइम पे भी जहाँ जहाँ पे एजुकेशनल सेंटर्स और यूनिवर्सिटीज थी, जस्ट मार्क देम ऑन द मैप. Now there is NCERT corner. Please go through the entire NCERT corner properly, read the entire chapter properly, and rest of the exercise questions, please do it yourselves.